I'm gonna throw a dart here and hope it hits the bullseye. Do you have a good Bill Walton story? Anything from your history with Bill, Doris?
Yeah. So my first analyst game for ESPN in the playoffs was completely by accident. I believe it was Tom Tolbert, but I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
The noon game on that first Saturday was up in Toronto. And Tom, I believe it was Tom, was assigned to that game and his passport had expired or something. So they sent me up last minute. And I don't know Bill at the time. And I just texted this to Luke and expressing my condolences to him. I didn't know Bill at the time, but he had tracked down my email via ESPN and sent me this incredibly long, thoughtful, that was absolutely incredible. You have, I don't even remember exactly, but I texted Luke. I mean, to me, Bill Walton, if he doesn't have the foot injuries, would have been a top 10 player all time. I mean, I know he's on the 75th anniversary team, but just an incredible, incredible player. So I never forgot that email. There've been so many people who have built my confidence over time, players, coaches, whatever, saying a word or two here and there that was timely, that helped me feel like, okay, you can do this. And I'm Bill Walton because of that note that he sent me, that he clearly went out of the way. He's just an incredible human being.
So you're saying your first NBA on ESPN playoff
that's correct.
Assignment
playoff game
was last minute because Tom Tolbert had passport issues. And you call the game and Bill watched it, took it in, and just reached out?
Bill watched it, didn't know me, but knew I was an employee of ESPN, obviously got my email from somebody and wrote me the most beautiful note about the job I had done and the meaning behind the job I had done. And I thought, Bill Walton took the time, number one, to watch the game, which he's going to watch. He was an enormous basketball fan, of course. But then to take time to reach out to a colleague of his who he didn't know, who was scared, to death about the job I had done. And yet you get one of the iconic figures in the sport reaching out to you. So, and then every time I saw him, big hug, laughs. There's a picture of us. He joined us. Dave Pash and I were calling the anniversary of their, championship team in Portland. He came over and joined the broadcast. There's a picture of him. It looks like he's sitting on my lap. He's not sitting on my lap. He's sitting on a stool.
Right.
Somebody sent me the picture the other day, but he was just vivacious and full of life and kind-hearted and, a man of such character. And I was thrilled for the brief interactions I had with him.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.